because corruption in Nigeria is in the bone marrow. It's not just in the blood anymore, it's out of the blood, it's now in the bone marrow. So if the corruption is in the bone marrow, what do you expect? America already established. America is
a great country. Like my friend,
America, as good as America is, make sure that individual citizens, most of their citizens, right, that doesn't even have job, they can still give them at least $300 every month to buy food in their house.
Single electricity cannot work, railway track cannot work. We cannot even get railway communication to transport needs from the south to the north. And we are calling ourselves giant of Africa. We are not giant of Africa. We only use cars. And Nigeria, we are not manufacturing nothing.
Nothing. Even a bicycle.
All you need.
You know how long they
increase passport. They increase passport twice in a month. Nigeria, to get a Nigerian passport now, you're not going to pay less than 30,000 naira.
That's it.
As of yesterday, the passport went up to 30,000 naira for passport.
For Nigerian passport.
For Nigerian passport. Okay. How many people can afford that? How much are we paying for passport over here?
It's 100.
We need to wake up. We need to wake up. Why are we running to Western world? Because, I mean, we are here enjoying ourselves. Since I've been here for 19 years, I don't have even no bill to fetch water in my house for 19 years. I don't even think I'm going to hire my clothes. But everywhere in Nigeria, you have buckets, you have this, you have this, you have this all over your houses. That's what really causes the germs. You have to go and fetch water.
Because
a lot of this is there.
Those in charge of electricity.
I used to say because in Nigeria, I can wake up 1 o'clock in the midnight, I want to eat, I can go to restaurant and
go to any.
No security.
Eat.
They can just
tell you, you can leave
midnight,
Georgia,
they can just
you can leave
kill
Georgia
you.
and go to
Nobody's
Texas.
going to ask them. As long as you know senator, you know commissioner of police, sorry for the loser. Nobody's going to question them. What kind of country is that? And you call that country a country? No security, no light, no water. What is it to proud about?
Remember there's God.
I'm ashamed to call myself as a Nigerian.
Yes, God.
I will tell you that.
Remember there's God.
I'm really ashamed.
They just waste money. There's no bulb. There's no light. You're coming from the tube, it's as hot as Satan tunnel. It's as hot as Satan tunnel. Because there's no point in you coming from the plane, you'll be sweating, you want to take off your jacket.
And we stay in the color now, bro. In the Navy. From the Navy. I've been in America for so many years now. Almost 22 years in America. Basically grew up in this country. Nigeria and America. Number one that I've noticed in my 23 years of this country is organization. From top down, from government to the smallest human being on the street. There's that big gap between Nigeria and America. Like growing up in the city of Mushin, and how this world needs to be held. We as individuals need to help one another, not just some people piling up everything and the others are being looked down upon. Just become a society where they have and they have not, coexist, but they don't really coexist. Status. There was such thing as reaching back and giving on to others. That doesn't exist no more in Nigeria now. The government did something to help Nigeria. Up till the time that Mr. General or where his name is, whatever his name is, Babangida, came into the presidency. The government of Nigeria was able to help the citizens. They gave back. They might not have done too much, but they built roads. Maybe the road wasn't that good, but I saw the road that they were building. Nowadays, you go back to the same Mushi where Alice Kinyale came from. Because the last time I went in 2011, I was able to see what Fachola is doing, but he hasn't gotten into the inner cities yet. It's more busy developing the area of the upper echelons of the society, the people that run survival of the fittest. Nobody's trying to do anything for no one another no more. We've lost our collective consciousness. What we are now about is all about who can get what and who can loot the most. Why should one man control a lot? Because there's so many things that's ill in Nigeria. What we need to focus on is we need to go back to the drawing board where we can bring people together, eliminate corruption, and start dealing with the hardcore problems of Nigeria. The hardcore problems are the fact that our infrastructures are totally messed up. There's no infrastructure. There's no electricity. There's no road. There's no jobs. There's no opportunities for people to come up from the bottom up. Whereas in America, using as Obama as a comparison, he came from nothing and he became the president of America. I've been able to be in this country for so long, and I've been able to reach back to my family and help my family. Though it might not be too much, it might be minuscule, but it's me reaching back, understanding that there's in this life, no matter how big you think you are, you always have to turn around and reach back and help others. That's what life is all about. Life is not about you just piling it up and saying you want to be the only one that's in power, and everybody else needs to be suppressed, and everybody else needs to be put down where they don't have no voice. America gives you that voice. Nigeria gives you nothing. We need to change our society, and it needs to start from our government, and we need to start from our elders. Before we can say Nigeria is going to be corrected, the elders need to be corrected.
My name is Teresa. Nigeria is a very great country. It has great potentials, and none of us needs to be told about how great that country can be. But as it stands now, and I live in America, and I have lived most of my adult life in America. But Nigeria is still my home, and I look forward to visiting and probably returning back to Nigeria. But as it is, it's very disheartening, and I don't want to just focus on criticism because it doesn't create any solution. But I would love to see a very safe country, a country where, irrespective of your creed, religion, ethnic origin, that you are able to interact with fellow Nigerians and be safe at whatever socio-economic level you find yourself. And given what is going on all over the world today, I'm not saying that America is very safe, but reasonably so, in that you can come in and go at will and don't have to have security and motorcades following you wherever you go when you have little money with you. Regardless, in my opinion, we have great leaders. I would like my leaders to be able to focus on this safety. Because safety issue, when I talk to other fellow Americans that are of Nigerian origin, our main concern seems to focus on one thing. And I feel like if you have a safe environment, safe country, or safer, as I should say, not to say it's not safe at this moment, but it's safe for some individuals. But if you have a safe country for most Nigerians, then those people who have different potentials, be it business potential, then they can come in and try to improve the economy in Nigeria, establishing businesses. We have very great entrepreneurs. We have medical professionals. Everybody will be able to do whatever they do best in the country where they feel safe to live in. And that's mainly what I have for Nigeria.
All right. We are trying to do right here is to bring some information about the current development going on in the world to Africans and to Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians are not happy about what's going on in their country. And we know why they are not satisfied. Because we've been going through a whole lot of changes, a whole lot of problem issues over time. But now we are seeing a lot of changes happening all over the world. Right now, as of today, Nigeria has overtaken South Africa as the fastest growing GDP in the continent of Africa. And the entire world understand and believe that Nigeria is poised to be the future economic engine of the entire continent of Africa. However, most Nigerians are still not buying into this theory or into this idea that Nigeria will ever change. But it's inevitable. The only place that it grows is going to be in Africa, and Nigeria is at the top of that. Nigeria, at the same time, is the third largest or the third fastest economic growing nation in the entire world after Brazil. In this clip, you will see a lot of Nigerians ranting about their disappointment about the country and about the leadership of the country. But that's not where it stops. Each and every one of us must try to find something that we're going to do to help Nigeria grow rather than criticize the situation. So many of us don't believe that Nigeria will ever change. But if Nigeria will not change, why are this international community, the Europe, the United States of America, Chinese people are pouring money into Africa and into Nigeria for investment? It means that they have hope and they believe that Nigeria is going to grow. The problem or the issue here is that Nigerians are not in sync with the rest of the world. If the entire world believes in Nigeria, it's time for us to stand up and wake up and believe in ourselves. And what am I saying? What I'm saying is that it's time for us to embrace change, to change the way we think and come up with a new way of thinking. Let us have a shift in our consciousness so that we will embrace the change that is coming to Nigeria. And we will play our own role. Instead of blaming somebody, think about what you're going to do to help this change move forward. Instead of blaming somebody, think about how you're going to change your own self. It's not about your brother changing, your father changing, your mother or your wife or your husband or your leader changing. It's about you embracing that you need to change yourself before you expect somebody else to change. And that's what we're inspiring everybody to embrace, that we all need to change, to buy into the new era of economic growth that is coming to Africa and is coming to Nigeria. And we're all going to play our own part. Of course, we love United States and we enjoy being in this country. But somebody made it possible for us to be here. And it's our duty to find something we can do to make it possible for the next generation to enjoy Nigeria, to live there amicably and to live there in peace and to be able to live there and enjoy their life and live, and fulfill all their God-given potential. And that's where we are going, and that's what we are trying to inspire people to embrace. That's what we are trying to empower everybody to assimilate and to admire this thing and to believe that this growth is going to be there and this growth is going to happen, and all of us are going to have to play our own role. What we're asking everybody to do is to wake up. Wake up and start asking yourself, what am I going to do? What part am I going to play to help Nigeria move forward? What role am I going to play to help Nigeria be a great country? Rather than look at what to criticize, think about what you're going to sacrifice. We remember Gandhi saying, if you just be the change that you want to see. And Michael Jackson saying that the only change that can happen is going to be at the man in the mirror. And when Michael Jackson talks about the man in the mirror, he's talking about you looking at yourself in the mirror. He's talking about the self. That each and every one of us must change ourselves rather than expecting the next guy to change. We will keep on inspiring everybody. We will keep on bringing more and more video for people to follow. Keep on watching, keep on following, and we inspire you to be with us. And come on, let us all ride this new economic wave together. Thank you.